Standardized test sucks. It does. But what's better? That's a question I feel like we all should be asking right now. Now, just in case you don't know what it is yet, it's basically this very super duper hard test you have to take on, like, the end of your high school year. And it determines if you can go to college or not. And let me tell you, I have autism, and that, between other things, I couldn't take that test. And I'm not going to say like I'm in a difficult spot or anything, because I'm not. But I think it did ruin so many good opportunities. This is why I believe we need to get rid of this test. Now keep in mind, all this is all opinion based. You can put down in the comments what you believe, and I also want to hear basically things when you do agree we should get rid of this test, but you may not agree with my methods. What do you think what we should do? Or you do agree with my methods, but you think you should add something. I like different ideas in mine because I feel like, I can learn and grow from different ideas. So if this said, this is what I believe, why we should get rid of a standardized test, and what's better. 1. We gotta stop judging kids by their smartness and inspire them to be more creative. Now I know if you want to be a scientist or a doctor, obviously you gotta use your smarts. But I'm talking about the kids who can't do those things. Kids who are more artistic. Or in different fields, of course. I think we need to inspire them to basically be more artistic, more creative, and all those things. 2, and it kind of goes through the same thing, but this one, my mom gave me this idea, and thank you, Mom, I agree with you on this. We need to stop and think this. We need to understand, not all kids are going to want to go to college. Not all kids are going to go to college. So we need to start hiring them for work, by the time they leave high school. We just do. This is a whole different story, but I will probably make a video on this too, but it may fix the homeless problem too. The same. Number 3, and the most important one, in my opinion, and classism. Now I know, classism is the bigger picture here, not just in school, but I believe it needs to start in school. We need to end this classism and ageism too. Classism and ageism and sexism and racism all kind of ends up in one pot. What am I talking about here? Why do I think standardized test is classism and all those other terrible things? It's a fact. Okay, picture this. You're a poor kid of a different skin color, and the standardized test won't be a good example. And I'm not saying all people with skin colors can't answer these, obviously, because they can. There is some smart people with skin color, but I'm just saying a poor kid with skin color who lives like in a terrible home, ask them one of the stupidest questions in that thing, what he or she can't even answer, and they expect them to answer. What's the point? That is why I think this whole thing is classes. That is why I think the whole thing is bad. We need to end classism. Classism, like I said, is a bigger issue, but it needs to start in our schools. We need to understand, basically, because believe it or not, school is pretty classist. Not all school. In fact, I would say schools are getting better. But school, I would say school is like the biggest thing ever. It's like the biggest thing where it's classes. You know, it and if you even look at the cliques, right? The geeks are this way, the popular kids are that way, this and this. Well, like I said, it's getting better now, but even back when I was in high school, yeah, that's a pretty classist idea. And why do they act like it's normal? It's because we're teaching our kids that classism is okay. And I believe the standardized test is one of the biggest pushers of this. I'm sorry I'm getting kind of angry in the end, but yeah, it really ticks me off. But what do you think? Do you agree with me? Do you not? Do you agree with bits and pieces? Let me know. Hashtag let's end standardized tests.